Imagine spending $26,000 trying to fix a problem, only to realize that none of it actually worked. Today I want to share a story about 3 different people who are all facing the same challenge: hip impingement. Each took a different path to find relief, and only one succeeded. Let me introduce you to Tom, Jerry, and Max, 3 active dudes determined to overcome hip pain. Tom decided to take the traditional route, physical therapy. Seemed logical because it was covered by insurance. However, Tom's sessions were short, and the exercises he received were generic and designed for the average patient. After weeks of treatment, Tom noticed a slight improvement, but his progress quickly plateaued. His pain lingered, and he found himself stuck in a rut, wondering if this was as good as it would get. Still being frustrated and unable to lift weights, Tom resigned himself to less physical activity and the probable, almost certain future of hip surgery. Then there's Jerry. Jerry didn't want to rely on traditional methods, so he took matters into his own hands. He spent hours on YouTube piecing together promising exercises and routines. First, he started with yoga because yoga's good for everything, right? Even though he felt stretching helped, many poses still hurt his hips. Yoga's group stretching environment kept him motivated, but Jerry's progress could have been more consistent with a clear plan and professional guidance. Next, he tried the YouTube star, a powerlifter, and one jacked dude. The guru said that his hip pain was just due to weakness. It's all load management and progressive overload, bro. You're just too weak. We gotta get you strong. Simple as that. Jerry liked the feeling of getting stronger, but his hip ache never really left, so he kept searching. When stretching and strengthening had all but failed him, he knew he must need something more exotic. He found hope in an online guru who seemed to know what they were talking about because they use models of skeleton to illustrate the complex biomechanical principles. Well, the anterior pelvic tilt observed in patients with left AIC dominance is often exacerbated by the asymmetrical activation of the left hemidiaphragm, leading to compensatory overuse of the right posterior medial steinal diaphragm, and this maladaptive pattern results in concurrent right lateralization of the pelvis, promoting a pathological pattern of the right thoracic rotation and left lumbar counter-rotation, perpetuating a state of neuromuscular inefficiency and imbalanced respiratory mechanics. And the result of all of this is I can help you fix this for $500 a session. The language they use is so advanced. Maybe I do need to improve my breathing mechanics and my left AIC dominance. Jerry spent more and more money on online courses, gadgets, supplements, and consultations, during which he was coached to blow into a balloon while meticulously moving his limbs in tiny yet seemingly important ways. Yet as the months passed and he hopped from one internet guru to another, his hip pain persisted and, in some cases, even worsened. Finally, we have Max. Max was determined to find a solution, so he decided to invest in a one-on-one mentorship program with someone who had suffered from and beaten the same hip impingement problems that he was dealing with. This coach assessed him and gave him a comprehensive, personalized plan and supported him 24/7 over several months. This approach wasn't as cheap as insurance-based physical therapy or do-it-yourself internet videos, but Max was willing to invest in his health. With the guidance of a mentor, Max's results were dramatic. After 3 months, his pain was gone. After 6 months, his mobility had radically improved. And today, Max is entirely pain-free, flexible, strong, and doing all his favorite sports and activities. Here's the twist. Tom, Jerry, and Max aren't 3 different people. They're all me. I was the one who spent years trying every possible solution, just pouring money into treatments that didn't work, before I finally found what truly healed me. I tried just stretching my way out of the problem with yoga. I tried working with a strength coach just to get stronger. I tried paying thousands of dollars for Postural Restoration Institute treatments. I tried every random YouTube video and internet article I could find. It's not that any of these treatments are worthless, it's just that they're often incomplete. They would address one piece of the puzzle, but not the whole picture. And this matters because pain is complex. So the solution to pain must be equally complete, like what we do in our VIP mentorship program for hip pain. The bottom line is this: I spent $26,000 on various treatments and therapies that only treated 1 or 2 areas. And it wasn't until I found the right approach, a comprehensive personalized plan, that I finally got better. So what made all the difference? What actually healed me? It was a program that didn't just focus on one aspect of the problem, but addressed my hip pain from every angle. Mobility work, strength training, and consistent personalized guidance were key. Having a mentor who had walked the same path made all the difference. When I started working with my mentor, I was a train wreck. Here's the first email I sent him in 2011 listing all my issues. Fortunately for me, my mentor had been through 5 hip surgeries because the first 4 had failed, so he had suffered like I was suffering. On his plan, I wasn't just following a set of generic exercises. I was following a plan tailored to my specific needs, adjusting as I progressed. Here are a few key components of my healing plan. 1, mobility work, addressing the root cause of the impingement. 2, strength training, building the muscles needed to support healthy movement. 3, personalized one-on-one guidance with frequent video communication and ongoing accountability, motivation, and support to stay on track. Here's what you can learn from my journey. Looking back at my first 5 years of trying generic PT and shotgun approaches, the actual cost wasn't just financial, it was the time, the frustration, and the physical toll. But I'm sharing this story so that you don't have to experience the same. Whether you're like Tom, Jerry, or Max, aka me, or maybe you're a bit of all 3, know that finding the right solution is worth the investment. Don't waste years and thousands of dollars like I did. Take control of your recovery and find a plan that works for you. Don't be afraid to invest in your health. In the long run, it is worth it. If you're dealing with similar hip challenges, don't wait. Start exploring your options today, whether through a personalized mentorship program like ours or another comprehensive approach. Ensure it addresses your specific needs. Remember, you don't have to spend $26,000 to find relief. You just have to find the right plan. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, remember, you're just one step away from building or rebuilding your perfect body. Pouring money into treatments. This is all my money just down the toilet. Hey, bro. You just need to get stronger. You just gotta get stronger, bro. That's it. You're just too weak. Gosh, that fits the bill. Thanks, Chris. That's what we were looking for.